Roman Reigns to leave WWE SmackDown. 3 WWE roster changes that may happen once Raw moves to Netflix. Earlier this year, it was announced that WWE Monday Night Raw will stream on Netflix come January 2025, which is a huge move for pro wrestling and live sports as a whole. With more eyes expected to be on Raw than on SmackDown, company officials may look to move some of their bigger stars from the blue brand to the red brand in January next year. With that in mind, we will look at 3 changes to the WWE roster that may take place after Monday Night Raw begins to stream on Netflix. With many top stars from SmackDown expected to move over to Raw in the new year, the Blue Brand's roster will certainly need some bolstering. One popular performer who could benefit from the almost unknown nature of what SmackDown could be in 2025 is Sami Zayn. In recent years, the former Intercontinental Champion has established himself as one of the most beloved superstars on the roster, with his underdog mentality resonating with fans. While he has won many titles and headlined a WrestleMania, one honor that has eluded him is that of a world title victory in WWE. If Cody Rhodes and the undisputed WWE title move to Raw, Sami Zayn would make a great replacement on SmackDown as the show's popular babyface World Heavyweight Champion. During a recent interview with the Daily Mail, Sami Zayn was asked if winning a world title was still on his wrestling bucket list. He replied, "I'd like to win the world title once before I call it a day, there's no question, but I don't live and die by that. It'd be great, and I really appreciate people saying they'd love to see it. I'd love to see it too, and I hope it happens, but if it doesn't, thank you just the same, because it's been amazing." With Raw likely being the #1 show in 2025, the brand would certainly need the company's top title. The undisputed WWE Championship is currently held by the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, who moved over to SmackDown after winning the gold earlier this year. Besides being champion, Rhodes has established himself as the biggest full-time babyface performer on the roster, with him not seeming out of place alongside top names like The Rock and Roman Reigns when in the ring with them. With such star power and a massive fan base, Cody Rhodes is certainly a performer that WWE would be wise to have front and center on Netflix to attract new viewers. In a chat with Denise Salcedo after the Netflix deal was announced, the American Nightmare gave his thoughts on the game-changing move. "I'm very excited. I've been on the Netflix game since the beginning. Half the shows that I'm obsessed with now have come from Netflix. I have friends that work at Netflix. I'm also very excited for the integration. Whenever pro wrestling and sports entertainment is introduced to new people, new ideas come up." Besides Cody Rhodes, another top star that WWE and Netflix would be wise to have on Monday Night Raw in 2025 is Roman Reigns. Despite having taken a back seat from a full-time schedule in recent years, Roman Reigns is undoubtedly still the biggest star in the company. January will also see WWE begin its build to WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, and with Reigns now finally being organically cheered by fans, his Mania feud needs to be seen by as many people as possible. One person who certainly believes in the value of Roman Reigns is John Cena, who recently praised the original Tribal Chief's contribution to the business. In an interview with Shannon Sharpe on the Club Shay Shay podcast, Cena said, "He came in with the Shield in a high-level spot and never wavered, even when the fans didn't like him. He was still in the main event spot. He's been in a main event lens for over a decade now. And he's brought through his clock, and you can say whatever forces helped it. But in 2012, the stock was trading at $11. WWE or TKO stock is now at $117. That's on his shoulders. And I know it's a team effort, nobody does it alone." While he has been the face of the company for over a decade, it could be argued that Roman has never truly been the top babyface in the company during that time. With him seemingly now in that spot, a move from SmackDown to Raw would be best for him and WWE. However, Braun Strowman is back on WWE television. The monster of all monsters had been away for many weeks after returning after WrestleMania. Some feared he would be out for an extended period after an unfortunate update regarding his health was shared. Thankfully, the big son of a gun, a censored version of how WWE Raw commentator Pat McAfee addresses Braun each week, showed up on the red brand this week. In doing so, he confronted Bronson Reed, who has been on a tear as of late. Interestingly, the two could soon become allies. Braun Strowman stopped Big Bronson from injuring The Miz in a post-match assault. This comes after Reed has destroyed recent foes. Now the two powerhouses appear to be on a collision course, which may be how they become friends and allies moving forward. There is a chance that the two monsters will battle repeatedly and ultimately gain respect for one another. Both are destructive and have a history of laying WWE stars out. If they bring the fight to the other, mutual admiration may form. This isn't unheard of. Many years ago, a similar thing happened with Cesaro and Sheamus, and they eventually became the Bar. After feuding, former NXT stars Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch became a top team. Could Reed and Strowman be next? Braun Strowman would be wise to befriend Bronson Reed after recent WWE assaults. As noted, Bronson Reed has been on a tear in WWE. He has injured two beloved figures on recent episodes of Monday Night Raw and hoped to add The Miz to the list if not for Braun Strowman's save. The first man to suffer Reed's wrath was Seth Rollins. The Visionary was blindsided by the master of the tsunami and ended up badly injured. A week later, Bronson defeated The Miz one-on-one before destroying R-Truth and injuring the beloved star similarly. Given how vicious Bronson has been lately, it would behoove the monster of all monsters to avoid ending up in a similar position. This means that the two begin to see things similarly instead of things going too far. If Braun chooses another path and remains on the wrong side of the dominant Australian, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce may have to deal with another injured performer being carted away after multiple tsunami splashes. Hi lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Lima. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video and subscribe the channel,